Last week, the city of Detroit Lakes made it known that it might be safe to turn off your water faucets after we've let them run for the last several weeks, I think almost 2 months in fact, because of the extreme cold that we had this year in Detroit Lakes and surrounding area. It was unprecedentedly cold. About 100 different water lines had homes freeze up here, or different homes had their water lines freeze up here in Detroit Lakes over this winter, and dozens more throughout the community. But if you want to find out for sure if it's safe for you to turn your water off, this is going to be what the city wants you to do. They want you to take a thermometer and take a sample of water. If your water is at 40 degrees or above, go ahead and turn your faucet off. Your chances of having the water line freeze are pretty much nil and have been diminished. If you don't have a thermometer to check your water, the city of Detroit Lakes is actually distributing thermometers right now. You can just go in and check out the city administration's building. And this is the key part we want to make sure you understand. Because during the last 2 months, with the number of water freeze-ups and the threat to the city's infrastructure, the city of Detroit Lakes was allowing people to run their water 24/7, and everyone in town was going to pay their same utility bill this month and last month as they paid the year before. Now, starting on Monday, which was the 28th here of April, the city is going back to the normal way that it charges and bills for water usage, which means if you don't need to let your faucet run, don't do it. You're going to be charged for it now, but you want to make sure to check them first. And if your faucet is still at that 40 degrees or below and you want to make sure it runs maybe another week, maybe 2, just because you're in a bad spot of town that's really got the frost extra deep, contact the city of Detroit Lakes or whatever city unit you're working with or living in and let them know you're going to continue to let the water run, at least in Detroit Lakes. The city says they will be very willing to work with people that want to do that. So that's a key thing. Frankly, this was an unprecedented winter. Some people might be wondering, well, Jake, what the heck can we do to maybe prevent this from happening in the future? If this is the first time it's happened in your home in 30 years, I don't know how much money you want to invest into something that really is only going to be a problem once every few decades, once a generation. However, for some of those people that have had this become a more frequent problem, especially maybe in the last few years. I mean, 3 years ago, we hardly had a winter, but the last 2 years have been extremely long, harsh winters. Once again, this year, we hardly know if the ice will be off the lake by the time opening fishing happens. But if you're determined that you want to do something, the city of Detroit Lakes does have some advice and some information they can give you on water bypass lines. But they really want to be involved with those installations for a number of reasons, just to make sure that it doesn't cause any complication to the system. Just to give you an idea of how much extra water we've been running for the last 2 months, frankly, the months of February, March, April, some of the lowest water consumption months traditionally here in the Lakes area. We really ran at summertime capacity for the last 8 weeks because of people letting their water run, which was a good thing. The instant people started doing that, the large number of freeze-ups stopped in Detroit Lakes, and they were getting dozens of them a day until the word got out that you need to let your faucet run. So those are some of the options that you have here in Detroit Lakes when it comes to looking at letting your water run. An unprecedented winter, I know. And we'll have to see what the next winter brings to us, but hopefully it won't be as cold as this year. But after all, we survived another one, and I don't know about you, but I'm just looking forward to some soft water and maybe some warmth and sunshine.